As we've just seen, interfaces can have methods with bodies when we use the default keyword. In this video, we'll look at another way to do this, namely with the static and private methods in interfaces. Java 9 introduced the concept of private methods in interfaces. Private methods are normally only accessible in the class. It's similar here. Private methods can only be called within the interface. Here's an example of a private method in an interface. Classes that implement the interface cannot access the private method. This is only accessible from within the class, so only other methods in the class can use this private method. Private methods were added to avoid duplicate code in interfaces and at the same time hide the implementation details from the outside world. Static methods in interfaces are similar to static methods in classes. These methods can be called without creating an instance of the interface. You might think, but wait, I thought we couldn't create instances of the interface, and you're sort of right. We cannot create instances directly. We cannot say new my interface, for example. But when we create an instance of the class that implements the interface, this would be considered an instance of the interface. Here's an example of a static method in an interface. It's called myStaticMethod. Static methods in interfaces can be called using the name of the interface. So for example, myInterface.myStaticMethod. This can also be done in a class that is not implementing the interface. Personally, I don't use this a lot, but I do use Java code that is implemented like this a lot. Understanding what is possible and how it works really helps you eventually for understanding Java and becoming a better Java programmer, even though these techniques might not be the best practice in very many situations. So we have different ways of having interfaces with implemented methods: default, private and static. In the next video, we'll take a closer look at implementing interfaces with conflicting methods.